Hi, I'm bigcal and welcome to my world, and welcome to another recent video games pickups video. Today I'll be taking a look at some pickups that I got from Super Retro Video Games in Sheffield. This is the first time I've been physically to a game shop in over a year due to illness for almost an entire year. Yeah, so I was in Sheffield, so of course I had to visit the game shop. I did, and I got some purchases, so got to show them off here, starting with not a particularly great game, but it's one I wanted to add to the collection, PSP title, and that is Ape Academy. So it's obviously part of the Ape Escape series, but this is where the series started to stop actually being 3D platformers, and they just started doing a bunch of different games, and this one is a bunch of mini games, basically. And from the brief time that I've played it to record footage for this video, I can't say it's particularly good. The mini games, a lot of time you just sort of get thrown. It's like, here's the controls, and then it throws you in. It's like, okay, now do whatever it is you're supposed to do. But you're like, what exactly am I supposed to do? And I ended up just like immediately losing some of the games because I wasn't sure what the hell I was supposed to do. The easiest ones were the rhythm type games with this music, and you just press the button when you're supposed to. Those were easy, and yeah. So I haven't played much of this. There's apparently over 50 mini games in it. I played through 8, I believe, or something like that. 8, maybe 9. Yeah, not the best, really. Yeah, stick to the 3D platformers. But yeah, it was nice and cheap. Added it to the collection, no harm done. No harm done until I drop it on the floor. Anyway, next game then for the N64, and these are some games that I've been meaning to pick up for years really, and I just never got around to it. So I already own Turok 2 and have done for a long time, like probably since I started collecting and got an N64 again, which is like 2009 sort of time period. But I've never really bought the others. I played the original Turok on the N64 back in the day, but I never bought it. So I finally picked up Turok Dinosaur Hunter, the Nintendo 64. And yeah, it's Turok. It's a first person, not really a first-person shooter, more of a sort of first-person action-adventure game. You go around hunting dinosaurs, collecting keys and items and things, and killing anything else that gets in your way. And you got various weapons, including a bow and arrow or whatever. But I was lucky, and I was just playing through the first level and just stumbled across a gun almost immediately, like taking this other pathway. Like, okay, cool. And yeah, controls a little bit awkward to get used to at first because you're moving about with the C buttons. There's no C stick or a dual analog stick, so you're moving about with those buttons and using the thumbstick to aim and things like that. So it's kind of backwards to what some games might be. Yeah, it takes a little bit getting used to it. Once you do, it's not too bad. The main thing with this is this sort of the N64 fogging that you can't see very far in front of you, but you can always hear something screaming and going "ah" and coming after you. But yeah, it's still a pretty fun game today, and obviously there are ports now to modern systems where it looks and runs better, so that's obviously the better way to play them. But I am glad that I picked it up for the N64. And then I also picked up Turok Rage Wars. And this one is more of a multiplayer game, kind of like Quake Arena, is it? Something like that? Yeah, so it's different people and you just go around, having to kill as many whatever in a particular time. I didn't put too much time in with this one because obviously there's only one of me. Yeah, so now the only one I need to complete the Turok N64 collection is Turok 3, and that's the most expensive one out of the bunch. We're talking about £35, which not that expensive, but it's still more than I'd want to pay for an N64 game for the most part. Obviously I'll pay more for some games, but maybe not for Turok 3, so I'll probably just stick to the modern release of the Turok trilogy to play Turok 3 these days. But yeah, happy to own those. And then I did pick up a more pricey N64 game, Yeah, so this game is also part of a trilogy. They just got a recent release on modern systems. They use the PS1 versions. Yeah, and this one is Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko, the third and final game in the Gex trilogy. And this one obviously expands on it being 3D, like Gex 2 or Gex 3D Enter the Gecko, depending on where you played it. And yeah, so now he's got some sort of business going, but Agent X, I think her name is, gets kidnapped by Rez and put in the media zone, so it's up to Gex to go through all these different levels and collect remote controls and save her. And now in the PAL release here we have yet another voice for Gex. We had 3, one for each different game, and the second best one is here. Off the top of my head I cannot remember his name, but I know him as the cat from Red Dwarf. So bit jarring to hear a different voice when you were so used to, like me, I played the crap out of Enter the Gecko on PS1, so moving on to the next one is a different voice, bit weird. Yeah, so the N64 version, a little bit more pricey and doesn't run nearly as well as the PS version, but yeah, it is cool to have on the N64, so now I have both the Gex games on there. I also like the cover as well with Gex as Austin 316 there. Right. Then another game, an American Super Nintendo game. I saw this in the shop, and while I was there, I googled it. I looked up a quick gameplay video and thought, ooh, this seems fun, because I wasn't familiar with it. So I grabbed it, and it is called Battle Cars. So this kind of looks like a sort of Mario Karty F-Zero mashup. You've got these cool crazy tracks and these big cars, and you can buy upgrades after a race and buy weapons as well, so you don't collect them on the course or anything like that. You have to buy them, and yeah, it seemed pretty fun. I was racing around, but I couldn't figure out how to change weapons, so I bought like some of all 3 different types that were available to me in like the first couple of races, but I was pressing the button and it was just, sometimes it was rockets, and then when I seemingly ran out of those, it would just switch to the other one. So I didn't know if it just cycled through them automatically, and once he ran out of one, it switched to another. When he ran to that, switched to the other. If he ran out of all 3, that was it. Yeah, but it was pretty fun. I enjoyed my short time playing it, even though I ended up losing one of the races, because it's never really clear, sort of, at least it wasn't to me. I'll probably look at the game footage when I'm editing this and think, pretty obvious, but I never knew what place I was in, how many people were in front of me. There always seemed to be cars in front of me. Even when I won, there were cars in front of me. So I don't know if I'd lapped some or whatever. So when I came in like second, and apparently you can't come in just second, you must come in first, and I lost, it was like, oh, I didn't know I was in second place. But yeah, it's a pretty fun game. It was really cheap as well. So an American cartridge there. I genuinely don't know if we got a PAL release. I didn't actually look that up. Yeah, Battle Cars, pretty fun game. And then lastly, for my trip to Super Retro Video Games in Sheffield, picked up a PS1 game I've been looking at for a while. Yeah, it's always one that I just don't know why I never picked it up before. Yeah, so finally got round to doing it, and that is Medieval 2. So obviously the sequel to Medieval. It's a very early sort of hack and slash style game. It is a bit clunky, and I think that's part of its charm. We got Sir Fortescue, what's his name? Daniel Fortescue, there we go. Who in the first game was claimed to be a hero, but he just died at the start of the battle, so he had to defeat the boss of the first game to actually become a hero, and now he is a hero, and we move forward in time to the 17 or 1800s or something, so a bit more modern than the first Medieval, and yeah, some new evil is there, so it's up to Sir Daniel Fortescue to go and stop it. And now you can even get access to guns now in the game, because it's a bit more modern than the first Medieval game, so that adds a new layer to it and everything. And yeah, I had a blast playing through this just to record footage for the game, for the video. And I've never played Medieval 2 before. No, I don't even think I've ever played a demo of it. And unlike the original Medieval, they got a remake style thing on the PSP, and then another remake for modern consoles a few years ago, or at least just for PS4. I don't think it came out on anything else, did it? Yeah, we haven't seen anything of Medieval 2. It got this release, and that's it, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, now I own it and can play through it. So those are my pickups from Super Retro Video Games. Is that the name? Yeah, I think that's the name, in Sheffield. So fortunately they don't have a web store, but they do have a website, so you can have a look and see when they open and where it actually is and anything. So if you're in Sheffield, definitely go check it out. So I'm Big Cal. Thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought of my pickups, and I'll see you again next time.